Hello crafty friends! Today's video I am going to be showing you how I made this cute tiny flipbook pocket album. I don't know what to call it really, but on my last video I did for my swap, I showed you one that I made to send to my swap partner, and I got a few requests to show how it was made. So now this was not my idea entirely, I just kind of added on to it, but I got the main idea of the two pocket folder from another YouTuber. Her name is Septeria18, I believe. I'll have to look her back up, but in her folder is like a two pocket folder, and it's a little flip one. So she made that one. It's a mini one with a 6x6 paper, so that's what we're going to be using today, and I will show you the additions or the extras that I added on to it. So all you have to do, and you can use a scoreboard if you want for this, but basically it's just fold this in half, and you're going to fold it in quarters. So you're going to fold it hot dog style and then again hot dog style. So you do the two folds, and that's how you're going to be creating. Now you only have to do one cut and a little bit of gluing, and that's all that is required for this portion. So on this one, if you have double-sided paper, this is when you would want to decide which one you want to be the front and which one you want to stay on the inside. Since mine is only one-sided, I am going to be keeping the pattern on the outside and the white on the inside. So for that, you just have to cut one of the corners up to the fold on that one, and as you can see, this is how we're going to be folding our little paper. So now we're going to be folding to create the little pockets. So on the top corner, right corner, you want to fold it to about a 1/4 inch away from that score line on each end, and the bottom one you want to leave it a little bit bigger. So that one's going to be about a 1/2 inch or 3/4 of an inch down from the score line, which gives you about an inch or so in that little gap that is folded. So now we're just going to be doing a little bit of gluing here, and I'm using just regular glue. You could use adhesive tape if you wanted, but I'm going to be using glue here. And it doesn't matter where you add it, but here I am just going to add it on those two corners because I want that to be glued onto the paper to create a flap later on. So just glue that one, and then on this bottom one you're also going to do the same thing. Just glue that little triangle down onto the paper, and then you just press it down, and once you have that ready, you are going to be folding it back again in half, and then you're gonna see a little bit more of gluing. So add a little bit on that little corner, and then check to see where the score line, I know it's a little bit hard here to see because of the pattern, but where that score mark is, like to the inside of it, you want to add a little bit of glue, so that way these two flaps glue on together to each other. And that's what's going to create your two little pockets. So now all you have to do is fold one in and then the other one to flap out, and there you have it. So it is very simple, and it's very cute. Now you can just embellish it and decorate it as you like. And here's where you can see that if you had a double-sided paper, will be a lot prettier because it's not just the white paper in the inside. But now for the purposes of creating that second pocket, we're just going to glue here on the bottom, and you just want to add a little bit of the glue on the side and the bottom, so that way it creates that pocket for like I was showing you, to put that tag in there. So you can leave this little corner open if you wanted, but I wanted to glue it because just to kind of make that pocket just a little bit smaller. I went ahead and glued it so it wasn't open. And that's it. That's all you have to do to that one. Is very simple. Now to make this a little bit better, or to add more, I just decided to add more little pages to it, to the book per se. So I just cut a few of these strips. They're 6x3, and I just folded them in half, and I am going to be gluing. Now to create little pockets, you just have to decide which side you want them to open, and that's where you're gonna be adding your glue. In this case, I just added it to the top and bottom, and you always want to add it to the spine, and my little pocket is to the side. This one's a little bit different than the one I made for my swap, because on the one I did for my swap, I didn't add this at the front. I did a pocket on the back. But you could do it whatever place you want. Now just to kind of let the recipient know, or to know that there's a pocket in there, I just grabbed this little circle punch and punch a little section there, so that way whatever you put in there, goodies, it's easier to pull it out. And here I am grabbing another piece of paper, and I am just going to be adding more onto it. So it's just basically sandwiching each one, and because you're gluing two papers together, might as well make use of it, and make pockets. So on this one, my pocket is going to be on the top, so the opening is going to be at the top, and I just glued the two sides and the bottom. And there you can see it. I am just going to be doing the same thing. Just punch about half a circle. That way you can get to the goodies that you put inside later on. And there you have a few pockets already, but I wanted to add one more. And here I was trying to see, because at the beginning, or on my other one, I had added one that was half a pocket. And well, here I decided to just go back and do another one, and then do the extra pockets for now. So I'm just grabbing a piece of a 3x3 square that I cut into, in the middle. And then I am just adding it here so I can create another little pocket in the front. And that other little piece, I am going to be using it to add it in the center. So here it is basically, whatever you want to do, however many pockets, however you want to decorate it. Here's another way that you can add little pockets, is just add a strip of paper and, halfway to the bottom. Now for that one, I did have to trim a little bit so that way it doesn't show. But that was pretty simple. Now for my back one, I just wanted to add those little circle pockets that I made. And for these ones, is very basic. Cut your circle and then just glue like half a circle of it, like a little moon. And you do the same on the other one. You can see it better here on the red. And that's all you have to do. So that leaves the top of it open so you can add things in there as well. So it's not only a decorative element to your little booklet, but it's also a pocket where you can add goodies. So here I am doing the back of my booklet, and for the back of my booklet I am doing that little blue and white stripe, and I just kind of moved it a little bit, so I had to trim off a bit of the end, and you can see at the top it just kind of moved, but it didn't bother me. But okay, maybe it did bother me a little, but I left it because for the purpose of finishing the video. Now I'm just trying to see how I am going to decorate the front. So the front, you do want to make it look pretty, because it's what's going to be the presentation, and that's what you are going to be decorating. So all I did here is cut a little 1.5 by 1.5 inch square of that same pattern, or the same paper that I used for the back and that I have in a couple of other pages, to kind of put in all of the pages together. And I have these little roses that I stamped and cut out, and I just put it in there to decorate. Here is another one of those flowers that I have. This is from an Altenew set that I absolutely love, and it's actually a layering set that you could also color if you want, but this one I layered it using ink. I'm adding a little birdhouse here, so now I'm just beginning to decorate it. But again, like I said, here all you have to do is just add your own little goodies, whatever you want to include. You can add tags. Here I am adding a few stickers to decorate it, and just to show you what you can put in here. This is another of my florals that I love. It's a Bella Flora from Ink Road Stamps. Absolutely beautiful. But yeah, so I have a lot of these images that I have cut, or little things that I thought would be good to add into these little flip books. And I think these are perfect to send, in friend mail or, happy mail, because they're pretty small. They don't take a lot of space. Depending on how many things you put in there, they can get a little bulky, but it is still very small that you can include it in a package, and it's still full, jam-packed of goodies or whatever you want to add. It looks pretty. You can choose whatever design. Just like the possibilities are endless. So I hope that this tutorial is helpful. If you guys have any questions, just go ahead and leave them in the comment section below, and I'll answer them as fast as I can. And like I said, it is very super simple, super cute, and I like making little albums, so I think I am going to be making a lot more of these to add on. Now to decorate the front, I decided to pull out a stamp, and I got this stamp set from Seven Gypsies that's got like a lot of different birds and different images that kind of look a little bit vintage, and I wanted to add one of the butterflies here. Now I made a little mistake that I tried to stamp it while I had it open, because I thought that would work better, but turns out that I needed to open it more because it wasn't stamping good. But no problem, I just had to make sure that I lined it up good, and excuse my head right there, and that's all I had to do. So now just to add a little bit of decoration to those white areas. I didn't want to leave it blank, so I just pulled out this butterfly punch that I got. And here's a few die cuts that I used from the die cut swap that I did as well. So I am using some of that stash, but it's good to have. Now, another thing that I did to this one that I didn't do to the one I sent originally is I added a little spine. And I thought that these made it look a lot more like a little book. So it was super, super cute. Now, to tie in all of the blue and the white stripes together, I decided to use that same paper. And I cut it to about I think it was about an 3/4 of an inch, a little bit over half an inch, and then the 3 inches. And I just added glue and I glued it on, and there you can see it now. It ties it together. Just the pattern that you have in the front and the back, and then it's a cute little booklet that you can add all of these goodies. I was gonna start taking them all back out to show you the pockets again, but you kind of saw it. So like I said, for these, the possibilities are endless. You can add as many or as little pockets as you want, but I think it was super fun. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye.